to go to school and work, be miserable. No, what is today? Today's the 8th. Welcome back, everybody, to another vlog, I guess you can call it, with me on the way to school. It's gonna be fun. So today I wanted to talk about speech, or well, in particular, speech class. Now, a lot of us, especially the introverts, shout out to you, because I'm one of you. Speech class is, well, it's a bitch for us quiet people, you know. Not a lot of people like going up front, in front of the class, and having a talk. And not just talk. I'm not talking 1 minute. Maybe a minute and a half, like what my class was in the summer. It was nice and quick, but see, I'm getting nervous just talking about it. And I passed the class. Nah, see, I'm talking about those times in which, let's see, in which you got to do like 8 minutes in front of the class. And usually, well, from my experience, my personal experience in my speech class during the summer, I think the longest time I had was 8 minutes. But to be completely honest, I ran out of time. I wanted to keep talking by the time I had to do an 8-minute one. Was I dreading that day? Yeah, I was. God, I was. I hate speech with a passion. Legitly, I held myself from even attempting this class, or that class, till, because I took it 2 years ago. No, last year, sorry. Wow. Last summer. Damn. Not even that long ago. Wow, people. Can I turn? Hold up. Trying to get to skew. Yeah. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, I held myself back from taking I was gonna say Spanish class, from speech class, because I don't like talking in front of people. I barely like talking in general, let alone talking to people. Let's see if this truck will let me in. Yeah! Semi-trucks are not assholes. They are friends. Thank you, semi-truck. The more you know, right? But no, I'm holding myself back from even talking about the damn subject. I started I started my college back in, what was it, 2009? The ending of 2009 into 2010. It's 2019 right now, and I barely took that speech class in 2018, last year. So, in retrospect, it took me 8 years to actually take that class. And boy, no regrets. Why? Because I passed that class with a B. Your boy passed with a B. Now, a B minus, since they implemented those plus and minus grades out of nowhere. But nonetheless, it's still a B, and I will take it. I took it. I took that B, and I was happy, right? And since I've been able to grow a little bit more, at least talk a little bit more than I usually do, I'm vlogging right now. That's something I don't want to do, or I didn't want to do. But I'm talking, okay? I obviously have something to talk about. Now, is it quality content? Probably not. But I'm still gonna try it out. And what else was I going to say? No. But definitely take speech class when you can. It helps you grow. It helps you realize what you can actually talk about. And it was awesome. I ended up leaving the class very happy. Like, I'm glad I took it. I'm glad I took the initiative to just stick with it and attempt it. Because the reason I even stayed in the class was because of this kid. This guy. I think his name was like Mario or something. And basically second day, we had to go outside with a piece of paper. There's 3 different scenarios or 3 different sets of questions in which you had to answer 3 different things. So you had to choose one. Mine, I can't, it's something, things you can compare yourself to or something like that. I can't recall. But the point, where I'm getting at is the guy, he went outside, okay, to do it because it was his turn. And we were getting towards the end of the class, the end of the group of people who could even say anything, right? I was the very last guy because, I hated speech. I didn't want to talk. So, with that aspect in mind, I went to class knowing we had to go do that day. Anyway, but getting off topic here. So, let's see. What happened? Okay, this guy, it was his turn. He went outside. He looked at the questions, okay? When it came time for another student to go up, it was his turn to come back inside. Now, when the guy went out, when the other person went outside to go get that guy, he wasn't there. He was not there. He dipped. He left the paper on the bench outside of the classroom, and he dipped. I think he left like a water bottle and maybe his schoolwork inside the classroom. But he dipped. He was that scared to actually go up in front of class and speak. Now, do I blame him? No. I probably would have done the same thing had I not seen that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't like being like that guy. I don't want to be that guy. Because that guy I'm talking about right now, that guy chickened out all because he panicked and didn't want to talk in front of the class. Now, yes, talking in front of the class sucks. I 100% agree, and would be totally against future kids having to even do that, especially when they're really, really scared, really nervous, and whatnot. But I guess it's part of the curriculum, and we can't change that. Or can we? Leave a comment below. Maybe petition. I don't know, but nonetheless, that guy dipped. Now, was that a smart move? By no means. But yeah, no, he dipped. And let's see what else. I hate when your mind goes blank. He dipped. And then with that thought, I was like, should I do the same thing? Now, when it was my turn to actually go outside and do this, actually think about what I wanted to write, because we only had like 2 or 3 minutes. And I went outside and I sat down. I was like, do I want to do what he did? Do I really want to be that guy and, just dip in front of class or in between class because you're too scared to actually try something? And I thought about it, and I was like, no, I don't know when the next time I'll even be able to attempt to take this class. I'm actually sitting I have that class right then and there, and you know what? I need to take advantage. I need to try this at least this one time since I'm here. might as well, right? You know, I don't want to waste my time. I want to finish my college as soon as I can. So I did it, and I have no regrets. And I broke the ice with a joke. I believe this was the first day I did that. I can't recall, but basically I compared myself to 3 objects. Oh, no. Oh, that was the main one. Okay. This one was, I think, 3. You just had to talk about 3 things in the classroom, or that you like in general. So I did that. And I can't remember if I did a joke or I said something that first day, but it was difficult to do. Because it was only like a minute 30, I believe, in total. Which is fairly, that was not bad for one speech. I would have loved to have all the speeches like with that time limit. Because it would have been quick, would have been over with. And, it wouldn't have been tripping so much. But because it's college, they're like, you know what, we need more. So 5 speeches later. But no, the very first big speech I had to do, I believe, was like 3 minutes long. No, 4 minutes, I think. I can't remember. But with that one, I really broke the ice. Now, I didn't know, I wasn't intentionally looking to be funny, but as far as I know, I'm usually a funny guy naturally. But I didn't realize this till that class. Even though, I have friends, of course, and they're like, oh, hey, man, you're funny as heck, dude. That type of thing, very generic kind of sentence I just said, but, to the point. Anyway, so I went to class, and I had to pick 3 different objects or something like that I can compare to me and my characteristics. I believe that's what it was. Don't quote me. But one of them in which I don't know how that subject came up, but one of them had me talking about where I tried to get my friends tall. I'm talking tall truck. Where I'm only 5'4", and that's already short. I swear to you, this truck, I would have liked to have a freaking a ladder to get in this thing, or at least a step stool or 2, with like 4 steps. It was tall, and I almost fell out, trying to get in it. But my boy at the time, he caught me a little bit, not fully, but like he helped me get into the truck. And let's see, I'll go. So I said that, and then I even was acting it out a little bit to where, I'm just like almost falling, which was actually pretty awesome because I wasn't expecting to do that myself. I just kind of did it naturally because I kind of went on it as a whim, or not whim, but like attempting. I did the speech without, really practicing it, and in which it was good. It was a good practice for me personally. And let's see how. Let me try to get some parking. I think that's some perfect parking. Let's set up my parking here. So I got no people on the sides of me. Otherwise, this would be awkward. But it's basically. Ooh. Oh, let me get this key out. Basically. So, and then during that speech, I had to do one in which I used my key, my Audi key. Okay. Now it's short, right? So I compared it to where it's short and stubby. So I was like, yeah, so I'm like my Audi key. It's short, right? And it's stubby. And then I pointed at myself saying, just like me. I had the class dying of laughter. And right there was the turning point for me. Now, when I was up there and finishing that speech, I was shaking, I was sweating, I felt really bad. But it felt really good at the same time because I had a group of people laughing. Now there was, I believe at the time, like 30 students, I think, in the class, or 32 maybe. I can't recall, but the after everyone did their speeches, she mentioned me out of like a total, like, she mentioned three people in specific and mentioned me. Me. I I don't like talking in general. I don't, I try not to put myself out there too much because I'm afraid of what people are going to think. And I still do, honestly, but that, when someone of importance, being the teacher in that class, like, mentions you, the student, for, you know, your quality that you're usually known for in general by your friends, it was awesome. Like, I can't believe this. Like, I went to class dreading it, and then at the end of the semester, I owned it. My speeches, every speech I did, I wanted to keep talking. I wanted to keep um, opening up, and just like saying jokes, and just, I like making the students, smile and shit. I still can't believe I had that kind of power. It was great. Like, plus, it helped that the fact that everyone in my class, in specifically, I think it goes for every speech class, but like 90% of the students in that class were scared to even go in front of the class because they don't want to speak in front of people. And that was great. That helped me out. I got to talk. And especially what really helped me out was talking to one student every day that I never talked to. And that was extremely hard too, because I don't like talking to people I don't know. But I knew if I started to talk to someone at least new every day when I went to that class, that I would be able to, be familiar with more people and be more comfortable. Be comfortable with the more people I knew. And that helped. That seriously helped. I don't stress that enough to try to talk to someone in the class, especially for speech. Screw the other classes for now. Speech class, you need to know the people in the class. That way you can get more comfortable. That way you can be like, oh, hey, I know that person. I talk to that person. They're cool. You can relax a little bit. Exactly what I did. And that was my initiative, and I did it successfully. By the end of the class, I knew about 80% of the class. 80% of the class. If not 90, actually. But point is, I got to do that. I successfully passed the class, and I was happy. And during the speeches, again, I wanted to keep talking because I enjoyed the spotlight. I enjoyed entertaining the group of people I had. Even my teacher enjoyed whenever I went up in front of class. She said one student prior was talking about how to change a tire, and she said it was really boring, super boring. When I did mine, I had the class laughing. Even the teacher really liked my presentation on the how to change a tire. Like, obviously, I had something there, and I just went with it. And at the end of the semester, the final day of speech, it's like a less than 2 minute speech of something like a final day type of speech. And I walked to my car and I cried. I cried because I successfully did something that was extremely hard, and I did it well. You know, I cried all the way home actually, but it was very emotional that day that I got to do that. Something that was really hard for me to get into in general, and yet I did it and left enjoying it, enjoying the fact that I did it, and it was fun. So if you need to take speech class, you know what? Wait until you're ready. It took me years before I was ready. That's only because I had experiences outside of school and got to meet a shit ton of other people. And I My boy Aaron, who works up front desk now. If you're watching, bro, take it when you can, man. You won't regret it. If anything, it builds you up. It builds your character. It builds who you are naturally. And then Katie, I think is her name. Don't quote me on that, but the other one that works across, best of luck to both of you for taking that class. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Hope you guys have a great day. Well, guys and gals, and we'll see you in the next video.